Hey there guys, today I got a plug spinner here. Different manufacturers make them. This one happens to be made by Southord. It's a pin style plug spinner. You can get flat plug spinners, yeah, like Peterson. Peterson also makes different tips for his plug spinner. You can get the dyno plug spinner, which comes like in a pick gun style plug spinner. And you can also get automotive tips for that. What this is used for is residential, commercial, or automotive. Sometimes you cannot dictate what direction you're going to pick the lock. Sometimes you want to pick it to the lock direction because it's easier to pick. Also, sometimes you encounter a door frame which will dictate how you're going to put your tension wrench in and what direction you're going to pick the lock. So there's lots of variables that sometimes you can't control what direction you need to pick the plug in. Also, this is very handy for covert entry. It also has applications, if you're a locksmith and you unlock a lock for somebody, yeah, and they go inside, they get what they need done or whatever, and they can't find their keys. Next thing you know, they get a phone call saying, hey, their keys are at another location. You can easily lock, secure the building just by flipping the plug around and locking it in case of a deadbolt, yeah. That way you don't have to pick it again and relock the building. So it's a very handy tool. Like I said, they come from different manufacturers. You can get them in pick gun style, pin style, like I have here. Peterson makes one, like I said, that's flat, which is kind of handy. I gotta turn this lock just a little bit to aid me in picking it. Yeah, so shop around for them. Consider what application you're going to use them in. Whether you plan on carrying it in your pick case with your picks, or maybe you want to carry it with your broken key extractors, what have you. I was going to get a dyno plug spinner a long time ago to offset to add to my rocker picks that I used quite a bit for automotive work. I thought that would be pretty handy to have, but I never did get one. And then I forget when I got this one. I've used it a couple times. It's very handy to have. You don't realize you need one until you need one, and then you're picking a lock 2 or 3 times, and that's not very fun. So yeah, here we go. If you notice, let's see, I'll just put everything down here. Notice I got the plug turned, yeah, and the lock is still locked. That's one application. So we turn the plug, yeah, and we can't unlock this lock. So what you want to do, whether it was easier to pick in this direction, or you have a door frame around you that's going to dictate where and what direction of tension you're going to use. This is where a plug spinner comes in handy. So you got your bolt right here. You take your plug spinner, yeah, and you figure out what direction you want the plug to go in. Okay, and then you just, every plug spinner is different, so set this guy up, then take very many turns, stick the tip of the plug spinner into the center of the keyway, hit the button on this style, and it flips the plug all the way around so quickly it doesn't give the pins a chance to reset. Yeah, get that out of the way, and then you take your turning tool, go ahead and see if I can get this in here and unlock the lock. Yeah, so there it is. Locked. And I guess I should have demonstrated locking up. Let's see if I got enough time here. I think I do. Hopefully I can pick this. Let's say this is a deadbolt mortise cylinder. Yeah, you close the door. Customer couldn't find the key. Yeah, they don't want you to make them a key. They just want to get the building locked and secured and on their way. What you can do, like I said, this is where they come in real handy. Had I not locked it, or unlocked it. Let's see if I can get this picked again. Maybe. Having trouble getting underneath that 110. Got excited because of the video and lost my focus. There we go. Glad I got that. Say you get it picked, yeah. You get the customer inside, yeah, and it's unlocked, and the customer can't find his key, or you're doing a covert entry for if you're one of those types of people. So you're here, you got the lock unlocked, and you need to lock it back up. Well, as you do, again, demonstrated how you can use it to unlock, and now this one's going to demonstrate how you can use it to lock the lock back up without having to pick it. You just determine the direction that you want the plug to spin. Doesn't feel right. Let's see here. I want to go that way. Maybe it is. And every manufacturer has something a little bit different when you set it up. Stick it in, turn it, hit the button, and it'll spin the plug around. Yeah. Stick your tension wrench in here, and you can use it to lock the lock back up. I'll do another video explaining, probably hopefully in more in depth, of why you would pick a lock to the locked direction. Sometimes it's easier, and like I said, when you have a plug spinner, it makes life a whole lot easier. So you pick the lock to the lock, you pick the plug to the locked direction, stick your plug spinner in, spin it to the unlocked position, and you're in. And like I said, a lot of times when you're out in the field, you will run into situations where I've ran into situations where I've had to take a tension wrench and just bend the hell out of it to get it to fit in the workspace that I had, because the lock was either on a desk up against a wall, the door frame was in the way, the lock wasn't installed properly with certain life safety codes. So there's all kinds of situations you may find yourself in where you need a plug spinner. I highly recommend getting one. They're a lot of fun to mess with, and they are very, very handy for many applications. As always, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. I try to respond to every one of them. And again, thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a good day. And as always, have a good one.